Good morning, everyone. My name is Denver Inigo Partible. I am tasked to report the Sociocultural Theory by Lev Vygotsky. So, the topic of our outline will be discussing about Lev Vygotsky, Sociocultural Theory, three fundamental concepts of sociocultural theories. These are social interaction, language, and a zone of proximal development. So about Lev Vygotsky. Lev Vygotsky is a Russian psychologist and a founder of sociocultural theory, born in Russia in 1896. He died at the age of 37 from tuberculosis. Due to his early death, most of his theories were left undeveloped. His work in the last 10 years of his life has become the foundation of much research and theory in cognitive development. Sociocultural theory. The sociocultural theory of learning and teaching is widely recognized in the field of educational psychology and instructional technology. The focus of this theory is on the role of social interaction and culture play in the development of higher order thinking skills. Vygotsky 1970 believed that human development and learning originate in social and cultural interaction. In other words, the way people interact with others and the culture in which they live shape their mental abilities. He was convinced that learning occurred through interaction in others in our community, peers, adult, teachers, and other mentors. So the cultural theory mainly focuses on the social interaction. So naniniwala si Vygotsky na yung learning ng bata is nakukuha mo through the social interaction, through the culture, or through the people around the learner. It may be the parents, the teachers, or family members. So in the sociocultural theory, we have three fundamental tenets or concepts. We have social interaction. So in the social interaction, Vygotsky believed that thinking has social origin and that cognitive development cannot be understood without reference to the context within it may be embedded. So he proposed that social interaction plays a critical role in the process of cognitive development, especially in the development of higher order thinking skills. Quoted by Vygotsky, every function in the child's cultural development appears twice, first on the social level and later on the individual level. First between people, which is called the interpsychological, and then inside the child, which is the intrapsychological. So, for example, we have here the seeing, which is on the part of the child, wherein the child is will be observing the parents. For example, on the answering a phone. So, pag nakita ng bata na sinagot ng parent yung isang phone, when it rings, sinasagot yun ng parent. So, nakikita yun ng bata. So, the next will be the joint doing. So, dahil nakita ng bata, magkukurious yung bata. So, ang gagawin nito is pwedeng tatanungin niya yung parents, and then the parent will teach the child or will be explaining why or how to answer a phone. And then once na natuto yung bata on how to answer the phone, he can do it independently. So ang mangyayari, once na nag-ring, sa susunod na mag-ring yung phone, and the child will be independently capable of doing the answering of a phone. Pwede nang gawin ng bata. Kasi una, nakita niya, na-curious siya. Tapos sinuruan siya ng parents niya. So, hanggang sa natutunan ng bata. So, once na nag-ring na yung phone, the child or the learner can independently answer the phone. So, yun yung social interaction na pinopropose ni Vygotsky. That social interaction plays a critical role in the process of cognitive development. So that is the social interaction. Next will be the language. Language is the basis of Vygotsky's idea in social interaction. The development of speech occurs in 3 stages. We have the egocentric and inner, external, egocentric, and inner speech. So in the external or social speech, it occurs in the birth until the age of 3. We have the egocentric. Speech occurs between ages of 3 and 7. Inner speech helps them control their reasoning and organize their thoughts. So on the stages of development of speech, so on the external or social speech, the social speech, which is external communication used to talk to others. So ito yung mga baby talks na sinasabi natin, or these are the gestures or the way how babies or how the learner from birth to ages 3 communicate with their parents or with their guardians. So ang communication dito is, it may be pwedeng crying, laughing, or pwedeng yung mga murmurs nila. Yeah. So yung baby, for example, yung baby pag gutom, so ang pinaka common na communication, way of communication nila to tell the parents that they are hungry is that maybe pwede sila umiyak. Ayan. So, yun yung common na nangyayari. So, that is the external or social speech dun sa bata. So, naniniwala si Vygotsky na at that age or at that once na marunong nang umiyak yung bata on the birth until the age of 3, there is already a language na innate na doon sa bata. Next, we have the egocentric speech between the ages of 3 and 7. So as they begin to rationalize internally their actions or behavior, children begin to talk to themselves. So egocentric speech is ito yung kinakausap nila yung sarili nila or nagsasalita sila mag-isa. So on that basis, hindi ibig sabihin na they are already talking straight language or straight words, but the way they yung pagsasalita nila or yung sounds na kine-create nila minsan pag mag-isa sila or pag naglalaro sila is already considered as a language according to Vygotsky. So ito yung tinatawag ng egocentric speech, wherein dito na-develop yung rationalization or yung learning ng bata na kung saan naglalaro dun sa isip nila or dun sa isip nila yung mga pinoprocess nilang learning. So kaya sila nagsasalita. The next is the inner speech. So the inner speech is nangyayari naman once na from ages 7 pataas na ito. So pwedeng mangyari rin ito sa mga adults. For example, may ginagawang activity yung bata. So ang nangyayari pag gumagawa yung activity ng bata, inaaral niya yung isang lesson, for example, nagsasalita ito mag-isa, or yung pagsasalita niya mag-isa is related dun sa lesson. Kumbaga, kinakausap niya yung sarili niya or kinakausap niya yung sinusulat niya, wherein pinoprocess niya yung parang yung learning na nababasa niya or ini-interpret niya yung binabasa niya. So that is the inner speech. So inner speech helps them control their reasoning and organize their thoughts. So without language, Vygotsky believed that we would be limited to more primitive function. Language is ultimately the tool by which we communicate the desired behavior and therefore enable the development of a society and its culture.